Hi, I'm Josh,
And I'm Nick.
and we are the Hypertrophic Woobies. And today we have a nice, fun little subject. We are going to talk about EDM people. And if you couldn't tell by our amazing sound effects chief editor, by EDM people we mean we are talking about all the fun and amazingly eclectic people that you can meet at electronic dance music shows.
Yes.
So, and we're kind of going off of Walmart people, the crazy and amazing things that you can see. So,
Yes.
how should we start this off?
Well, first I want to acknowledge, this is not a shout out, not sponsored, but I'm eating this delicious chocolate Oreo concrete from Culver's. And so we're snacking on some snacks here. Good times.
Yeah.
Not that it has anything to do with anything.
Ice cream has everything to do with everything.
So I started going to EDM shows. I think that the very first EDM show I went to, I think it was back in 2011, and it was actually to see Skrillex at the Beaumont Club, which is a club that no longer exists here in Kansas City.
That's a hell of a first show to go to.
Skrillex was awesome, and Porter Robinson opened for him. Do you know Porter Robinson?
I do not.
Really good, kind of as far as I remember, just kind of generic club music. And I don't think it was him, but there's the guy that opened for Porter Robinson. He had a luchador mask on. It was really fucking cool.
Okay.
Someone died at that show. People you meet at EDM shows. Well, people who end up dying.
That was a hell of a first show to go to.
Yeah. Okay.
My God.
So, I can't remember what time of year it was, but it was hot inside of this club because this place is jam packed. Beaumont Club's wasn't that big, but it sold out because Skrillex was getting really big at the time, and I remember it was so hot that my Ticketmaster ticket was just fucking flimsy and sweaty and nasty by the end of the show because it was everyone was just covered in sweat, and so apparently someone died of heat exhaustion. They didn't die at the show, but they had heat exhaustion, left the venue, and died back at their apartment or something.
That's
but
crazy.
It was because of the show. Yeah, and I don't doubt it because it was so fucking hot. So anyway, I guess people you meet at shows, people who die.
And on a tangent to that, on a slightly less depressing note, also the people you meet at shows, sweaty people.
Yep.
There will be sweaty people. They will be stinky. And it will be nasty.
This is true.
Try not to bump into anybody who looks like their shirt is clinging to them. You will regret it.
Right. For the record, I wasn't laughing at the person who died. It's really shitty. I'm laughing because I'm eating delicious Culver's concrete.
And so I will start my first story off kind of in the same way as Nick. The first couple of shows I went to, I started going to shows with Nick and our gang 2013, 2014? 2014?
The first show you tried to go with me
That doesn't
was
count.
in March of 2013, but they shut down the show before it even really started.
It's a long story, but that I didn't go to a show. But started going to shows around 2014, roughly.
No, it was 2013. It was 2013. And you and me and one of our friends went to that Beta Club in Denver, and that was in 2013. And they had that house music playing, and it was really cool. You started in 2013.
The first shows that we went to here, there was a guy, I know Nick will know who's.
I already know what you're going to say.
We referred to him as the European. I don't know if he was European. He may have been American.
He seemed European.
He seemed European to us.
He reminded me of your stereotypical European you see off of Beer Fest or something. He had a
ponytail. He was very large and muscular and had an accent and wore
Did you
very.
Talk to him?
I talked to him very briefly.
Oh, I didn't know he had an accent.
But he also had that very hipster indie kind of clothing. Trying to show a lot off. And the reason we call him the European and why he also makes our list of people you meet at EDM shows is you'll see a lot of people who are very proud of themselves, proud of the way they look, proud of the way who they are, and are completely and utterly ready to get up in your business, especially if you're a woman, and try to dance it with you.
Oh yeah.
And just be generally annoying as hell.
Okay, so I'm probably wrong in saying this, but like, I haven't seen him at a show for like 2 or 3 years. We don't go to as many shows as we used to.
We don't, but I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, we used to see him at like more of like the local shows, but like we haven't gone to a lot of the local shows. We go to like the more of the mainstream ones for some. We're not cool anymore, Josh.
We're old.
But like, when I remember him in my mind, and I'm probably wrong, he never had a shirt on. We both can agree on that, right? He never had a shirt on. But like in my mind, I just remember him having jean shorts. And I know that can't be right. He didn't wear jean shorts.
It wasn't wearing, it was just, I think it was just regular shorts.
Okay.
But
or maybe he like just had pants, right?
Maybe.
He never had a shirt. I don't think we ever
Obviously, his hope was that people weren't looking at his pants, that rather than people he was hoping were looking at his upper half.
You're right, yeah.
But it was one of those, like, I'm sure in his head, he was thinking every show he went to, he was probably thinking he would just get laid instantly. And you know what? That may have happened. I don't know. I kind of hope not.
But
the guy looked like a walking douche.
But maybe you didn't know this. He was actually there, like, selling drugs.
Oh, well, I mean, I knew that, too.
Yeah, well, we didn't find that out until, like, the 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th time we saw him at a show. But it turns out, like, supposedly a big reason he wanted to be noticed because people would go up to him and he would, like, be like, yeah, here's your drugs. Like, you know, so that may have been part of it, too.
So I guess that leads into our next type of EDM person.
Well, there's a lot of drugs, yeah.
Drug sellers and drug takers.
Yes.
Because inevitably, unfortunately, with EDM and rave and techno music comes very fun drugs.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Again, I don't know what our viewership is going to be like on the show. I just want to state things like from an objective perspective on this. No, but yeah, there's a lot of drugs at shows. But what is unfortunate, and I do think this is shitty, is we've been to a lot of shows, especially like at the Midland, like one of our bigger venues, where every single time there's an EDM show at the Midland, there's always one, if not multiple ambulances outside, because by the end of the night, people are going to the hospital kind of thing.
People go overboard, they don't know their limits.
Yeah, well, I've heard people who are like part of that scene comment on how like just some of these kids, like these like 16 and 17-year-olds who are in these shows, they're being introduced to drugs for the very first time and they just don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, and it's a lot of those, like, it's heat exhaustion coupled with just regular exhaustion, just using too much of that stuff. You know, if that's the kind of stuff you're into, that's fine, but know your limits. Don't take too much, not drink enough water, then dance away all that's left of your energy and think that you're going to come out standing.
Actually, on a related note, a lot of people, the people you'll meet at shows, some of these people go to these shows intending to be out like until 5 in the morning because like they'll have like these after parties and stuff like that. A lot of EDM shows, at least bigger ones, have those after parties at like a different venue.
Yeah. That's not easy to do even after 8 hours of sleep and yeah.
Well, some people just go like all night and all day, and
understand.
They'll be awake for the next 3 days because they've been like taking acid or whatever. You know, we don't know things about drugs, guys. For the record.
The next group of people I want to touch on, and these are the ones I especially am both appalled and amazed and generally scared to approach. I'll call them the under 18 crowd who like to overly dress or underly dress, depending on how you look at it.
Right, yeah. Oh, God.
The fuzzy boots, the weird hats, and I say the under 18 because honestly, I don't see many over 18 people dressing as crazily as...
They're out there, though.
Like, there's some people with, like, the eclectic wear, and, like, I get it, it's fun, but my God, the way some of these 14 and 15-year-olds dress, it's just like, holy crap.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, like, I didn't start going to EDM shows until I was, like, 24. And I remember, like, the very first show I went to was, like, a local show. And it was a 16 or up show. And so, me being a 24-year-old, there are all these teenage girls wearing these, like, super tight short shorts. These are, like, 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, this is a little weird.
Like, not cool. Not cool.
And the thing is, by now, I'm like, whatever, I'm used to it. But, like, oh, man, if you're above 18 and you're going to EDM shows, be real careful. You know, because, oh my God, there are so many, underage girls at shows.
Appear 18, I guarantee you they're not.
And they'll probably tell you they're over 18.
Oh, yeah, they'll try.
Yeah.
They take booty shorts to a whole new level.
Mm-hmm. We tell these stories, and we sound like the oldest fucking people in the world. Like, there are good things about EDM shows, too.
Oh, I love EDM shows.
Yeah.
Just the people are amazing.
So, you'll see, every once in a while, you'll see a really good costume at an EDM show. Because, like, so many people just go to shows wearing regular clothes. But, like...
Like us.
Well, don't give us too little credit. Josh and I have these shark suits that we've worn to a couple EDM shows. And we also have those fox masks. But, like, the fox masks, they were really hot. They were really uncomfortable to wear.
Problem about the shark suits is we quickly leapt from being the costume people to the sweaty people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It's totally worth it though. I've worn my shark suit more than you have, I think.
My all-time favorite costumes I've seen, and I don't know if they were self-made or purchased. They honestly looked self-made. The inflatable arm-waving tube man.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
And they were. They had like the same colored mesh material that you'll see with like the skin suits. And then probably just some hula hoops and stuff, but they looked amazing. And it was great, and it was perfect for a dance show. It was
fucking hilarious, because like their floppy little arms were like flailing all over the place, like, you know, to the rhythm of the music and everything.
It was awesome.
Oh, it's so great. I have seen people make like those dead mouse heads and wear them to shows. Have you seen those before?
I haven't seen them, but I've always heard of them.
Yeah. I saw a Rick from Rick and Morty deadmau5 head at the last show I went to. It was fucking awesome. But I was at a show a few years ago, and there's a deadmau5 head. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I said deadmau5 head, like...
There's an artist, his name is deadmau5.
Yeah.
His signature trademark is a Mickey Mouse looking 3-dimensional helmet that goes over his head.
Yeah.
Very large, very lit up. It's what he's known for.
It's like a mascot head kind of thing. But I remember I went to a show a few years ago, and there was like 3 or 4 people in deadmau5 heads. But one of them, like, it was like right before Halloween, I think. And so, like, they were Halloween themed. So there's like a vampire deadmau5 head and like a mummy one where like the mummy linens were like hanging off of the face. It was so fucking cool. And so that's one of my favorite things. The people watching at shows is good because you'll see people who are dressed up in cool costumes and stuff. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. There's some other people. So
I'm dropping. Oh, it's water.
There is, of course, other than us dressing. There's the groups like us, just groups of older people who you typically don't see them going along. You tend to see them stick in groups, kind of congregating in corners, just dancing to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
No crazy outfits, no sweatiness, no weird tall Europeans. Just groups of older people who don't really look like they belong, but they're having fun anyway.
See, it's interesting because EDM in America is a decently new thing. It's only like 5-6 years old. But, like, there's this trend that most people who go to EDM shows are between the ages of, like, 16 and, like, 22.
Yeah.
So I'm 29 now. So very quickly, I became one of the oldest fucking people who goes to these shows. And I'm like, what the hell? And, like, is there, like, a cutoff? Is, like, when I turn 30, can I not go to EDM shows anymore?
There is no cutoff for fun, Nick.
I'm hoping that since EDM is a new trend in the United States, as it's been here longer and longer, it's going to be more and more, like, acceptable for older people to be there. I guess.
It's
I
picking up.
hope so.
I think you're fine.
Yeah, I'm old, Josh.
That being said, I definitely enjoy the over 21 shows as compared to the over 16 shows.
Oh yeah,
Mainly because there's some really creepily dressed younger kids at some of those shows.
yeah,
And I like alcohol. Alcohol at shows is better than none.
yeah. And I've been in an EDM show in Detroit with a couple friends earlier this year, and they didn't serve alcohol at all.
What?
Yeah, no alcohol at all. It was Adventure Club and RL Grime, which is a really good show, and I had a great time regardless. But no alcohol. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
I guess that leads into our last and best kind of person that you will see at any show. This
Oh,
isn't-
God.
This is not exclusive to EDM shows. This is not exclusive to shows. Drunk people.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
it's especially funny at EDM shows because of the way they dance.
Yes,
My God, is it hilarious.
alcohol definitely helps. You know, if you're dancing, you know,
Well, you
I
think
need it
helps.
more and more as I get older.
Makes you want to dance more. Doesn't necessarily make you want to dance better.
Right. God, yeah, for sure. I have a story to tell regarding that. So, and I think you've heard the story before, but I went to a New Year's Eve party at the Temple over there on Linwood Boulevard, downtown.
Okay.
And it was all, well, I think it was all dance music. So it was all essentially EDM. There's like 4 different rooms, each like themed on a different kind of EDM. You know, it was really cool. And it wasn't all EDM, but most of it was. But it was open bar, and it was open like food court thing that they had. And by the end of the night, there's food and like literally like nachos and shit smashed all over the carpet because people are so drunk that they're just dropping food on the floor. And I saw this drunk guy, and he had like a can of beer, and he dropped it down the staircase and just stood there. I don't think he even realized he had dropped it down the staircase because he was so drunk. And he just stood there, just like, hanging out there, and like the beer's like all splattered across the stairs and everything. But yeah, my point is though, you see a lot of drunk people at shows.
It is great entertainment, though.
Stay safe, kids, is I guess the lesson here.
Yeah.
Stay safe and, you know, wear costumes because it's fucking fun.
And enjoy the people watching.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I think that about covers what people we've seen at EDM shows. It's fun. You know, do your own thing, enjoy your fun, even if you're... I know we made fun of the younger kids, but even if you're younger, enjoy the EDM shows. Just don't wear creepily revealing clothing. That is kind of... There's a limit.
I mean, do it if you want to.
Either way, I think we're going to be signing off.
Hold on, one more thing.
Uh-oh.
I mean, and also, don't be one of those people, and, you know, whatever, just getting super drunk and making out with fucking, like, whoever is closest to your face. Because we've seen that before, too.
Yeah, that's never going to end well.
Yeah.
Every time we've watched it happen, it definitely didn't.
I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but, you know, it happens.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we watched a few relationships get ruined.
Oh, Jesus. And started, you know.
Well, yeah.
All right, see you guys later.
Yep, this is the Hypertrophic Whoopie signing off.